this wind stop a second. Hello everybody, welcome back to Wedding Wednesdays. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. I'm in my greenhouse. We just decorated it for Christmas and I'm so excited because we just decorated it a few days ago and it's super pretty, and I had my first greenhouse mini session in here today and it was snowing and it was so pretty and there was dogs and it was perfect. It was everything. So if you want Christmas mini session pictures, please contact me quickly because those spaces are filling up very fast and we want you to be able to get them in if you want them. So yeah, please send us a message. Man, it is such a windy day today. This will officially be my last outside Wedding Wednesday because the rest of them are going to be inside from now on because it's a little too cold and that winter wind has no trees to go through, so it is very apparent, and I hope it's not interfering with the audio. If it is, no worries. Next week we will be inside. So before we start, I'd like to go ahead and apologize for not having a video out last week. Thought it was like Wednesday when it was Thursday, so oops. But that's what fall busy season will do to you. I was in peak wedding season, and the last time I filmed a wedding season, in between there and now, I've had like 13 shoots, a wedding. I've had to edit 2 different weddings. I've had to edit multiple other shoots, so I just totally lost track of time and I apologize, but we're here this week, so let's get into it. Today I'd like to talk about the colors that photograph well. So last time we talked about colors that didn't photograph well, and I promised you guys that I would talk about the colors that do photograph well, so let's go ahead and dive right in. The first color that always photographs well is a cream. I know last time, I guess I should say, I said that whites don't photograph well, and it's true. But creams don't really count in that because creams have a natural warm undertone that really alleviates that like blue shadow. So you don't have that in your pictures, and a cream will always show up more as a true white or genuine cream in your pictures, and it always looks beautiful. You get the white that you were desiring, you get that look that you were really wanting. So if you're wanting white, go with cream instead. You know, it'll show up the same way, it'll look gorgeous. Also, there's a wonderful thing about photographing cream. It's how the light bounces back off of it. So when you're photographing light and you're wearing something white, the light is going to bounce back very softly off of that white shirt or whatever you're wearing, and it'll kind of reflect back onto your face and or your partner's face if they're nearby, creating a lightness in the skin that always looks very soft and diffused, and it's super beautiful. So I highly recommend creams when you're doing a photo shoot. The next color that always photographs well is a brown. Doesn't matter what color of brown, all browns always look fantastic. It's one of the Earth's most natural colors, and the camera always picks it up just right, and it's like the easiest color on the planet to edit. So browns always look phenomenal. While we're talking about neutrals, the next color is black. You can never go wrong with a black. Black always looks fantastic. It always looks classy. It always photographs true to color. Black is always such a wonderful choice. It is very flattering. The only thing you have to worry about is if you have pets, bring a lint roller. It's worth it. The next color that always photographs well is a baby blue. Baby blues always look phenomenal. Now this is excluding the sky. The sky is hard to photograph for. If you want to photograph the sky, you have to photograph 2 images, one where you're properly exposing the sky, one where you're properly exposing the person, and boom, Photoshop the sky back into it, and you got a sky again. That is not going to affect your clothes. So if you see you're like, oh, it's a blue day and the sky is all white in all these pictures, yeah, that's gonna happen because the photographer is going to always put you first. They're going to always expose for your skin and so that you show up the best. Now, if you're wearing a sky blue outfit though, it won't be affected because they're already exposing for your skin, so they're gonna be exposing for your clothes as well. So the blue will always look good, and the colors always come off baby soft, really beautiful. I definitely recommend sky blue. It always looks wonderful. Also, it just looks like very light and soft. The next color that photographs extremely well is any shade of green. You can't go wrong. The camera is built to read, first of all, grayscale, and then second of all, reds, greens, and blues. So of course, those are some of the colors we're talking about today. But every shade of green will show up on your camera. One thing that you might want to watch for is if you're having your photographer edit that brown style of photography, they might have to tweak how they naturally would edit something just a smidge, but honestly, it's not hard. You just kind of are sliding those yellows out of there, so we gotta preserve the yellows by masking it back in. But honestly, it's super nice. The one shade of green that is kind of tricky is when it borders on teal. Like, you know what I mean? Like dark or light borders on teal, but still is green. That can always like struggle just a smidge because the programs we're editing in are gonna be like, wait, which is it? But we can slide the dial to be exactly what it should be, and it's no big deal. So that always looks super good. I highly recommend all greens. Plus, like, I don't know a single person who doesn't look good in a green. Like, green is wonderful. The next color that always photographs well is a like muted red or like a maroon. Always shows up exactly true to how it should be. It's super easy to lighten the shadows on, and like you will get like this gorgeous rich tone color in your pictures. I don't know, maroon always shows up so rich and so warm. So I always recommend a good maroon. Can't go wrong with it either because it's classic, it's classy, it's timeless. You think of like old Hollywood, you think of glam. It's easy to do your makeup with. So red is always a super good color. The last color that always photographs super well is a butter yellow. Butter yellows always are so beautiful, and it's not a color that many people show up in ever. But oh my gosh, when people show up in a butter yellow, it shows up as like this rich, warm, golden color that reflects like nice, and I don't know, I highly recommend yellow. It's super easy to edit, it's super easy to photograph, always shows up true to color, and it just, I don't know, something about photographing it, it's just gonna look so rich. And I know yellow isn't everyone's color, that's not something that everyone shows up in. A lot of people aren't the craziest about yellow, or they're like, I don't look good in yellow. I'm sorry, yellow might not be your color. But for the rest of y'all, yellow is a wonderful option. The way it just shines, I definitely recommend it. So yeah, that's my colors for you guys today. Let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said. I've got other colors that, maybe you did your engagement photos in a specific color and you loved it and it came out so good. Drop that color down below and maybe we'll talk about it in the future. And beyond that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. This is probably going to be my last Wedding Wednesday in the greenhouse. It's supposed to be a really cold winter, so we're going to be moving inside for the rest of them. And hopefully that is better for audio too, just because it's so windy outside. But hey, it was snowing and beautiful, and I just made this greenhouse all warm and cozy, so I had to do it. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Like and subscribe. Bye guys, thanks for watching.